Let's go in.
Don't forget what I told you before you slept.
I remember.
Then wait here for me. I'll be right out.
Uh-huh.
Let's go then.
Let's go. Ruby?
Looks like we have two new faces in our midst.
Oh, let me introduce you. These two are Executor and Shirley from District 9. This is...
Hello, I'm Tianlong. Hey, Lyra.
Greetings, I'm Lyra.
Tianlong is District 7's High Executor and is dispatched on a mission. Ms. Lyra is the current president of the Madeline Foundation, as well as...
I'm sorry that my work required me elsewhere.
No. Everything happened because of me.
Now that we're all here, let's get...
Archon Larson.
I believe everyone here already knows about what happened a few days ago at the Listener Conference. Despite how the puppet singer was destroyed, and the artificial Christomax was relocated, it has a significant These concerns are understandable, since gray space entity attacks have never happened inside Meroria. If we cannot guarantee our... Captain Saki Fuwa has doubled the patrols in Meroria, and Lyra will be assisting in upgrading the city's current surveillance. However, these are but contingencies and responses to an emergency incident. Lin, Captain Saki Fuwa should have already relayed the results of the investigation to you. Would you please explain why you concealed the fact that the puppet singer could communicate with you? And
Now that the Security Special Forces reports are out, there's nothing more I could say other than... I concealed it not because I have an agenda or harbor ill will. There are just some things that I feel are not...
Forgive me for being frank, Miss Lin. This thing has profound influences. If we can't work together and solve this crisis together...
Archon Larson, please let me handle the follow-up to this incident. I promise I'll present a satisfactory answer to everyone. I'll just...
Lin, I've trusted you, and I'm willing to believe that there is a reason for your action.
Archon Larson is responsible for the safety of the entire city.
It spoke Ruby's name. That's the kid who hangs around you. The Security Special Forces have completed their investigation into Ruby's identity and past, and found no activities beyond...
Archon Larson, I vouch for Ruby that she's always been a good kid. I'll educate her well and be held
I don't need you to take responsibility. I only want to know what the relationship between that kid and the artificial Christomax parasitized monster is.
Security alert. All non-combatants, please proceed to the nearest safe zone.
Ruby. Archon Larson, please give the order to lock down all exits immediately.
You have your orders, Captain Saki Fuwa. Don't worry about me.
Captain, that artificial Christomax suddenly went out of control. We're sending machine guards to suppress it.
That artificial Christomax again. What's going on with it? Look, the storage vessel for the artificial Crystamax. It's completely shattered. What happened here?
The machine guards couldn't stop it. We have to find Ruby.
The wreckage went through the room ahead.
Captain Saki Fua,
Archon Larsen.
take Ruby to the infirmary and keep her safe.
Yes, sir!
Lynn, I need an explanation from you. The artificial Crystamax has caused many security incidents. I hope now you can see how this thing doesn't just affect you and Ruby, but all of us.
Archon Larsen, I will give you all the information I have, but I have a request.
You can give me your demands, but I can't promise anything.
I need you to give me your word that you'll assure Ruby's safety after hearing what I have to say. Ruby is not really a human. She's the result of an experiment trying to fuse humans and great...
What? Ruby?
An artificial gray space entity. Just like what Dr. Clark...
To a certain extent, yes. Ruby and the artificial gray space entity in the listener testing ground are the same. That artificial Crystamax may be attracted to Ruby. Do you remember who Rubilia is, Archon Larsen?
Dr. Rubilia, the first supervisor of Project Listener. That kid is a true genius. If it weren't for the accident, she could have achieved much and given much to Meroria.
An accident?
2 years ago, in a routine collection mission on the surface, Rubilia went missing in a gray space entity attack. Her project was then handed off to Dr.
Wait. What happened to Dr. Rubilia took place 2 years ago.
Rubilia used her own genetic code to fuse with the gray space entity in the experiment.
Fusing human DNA with that of the gray space entity is directly forbidden by Archon Hub.
Since her father died, Rubilia's been running those forbidden experiments in her secret lab. I put a stop to her experiments and sealed off the lab. Out of many concerns, I didn't make it public. Instead...
You mean she didn't go missing because of the gray space entity attack?
Yes. I only wanted this thing to go away at the time. Rubilia's experiments were too extreme.
If Rubilia really did create a superior abyssant with human intelligence and in human form, but outside of human control, Lynn, how many like Ruby are out there?
Archon Larsen, Ruby is the only test subject left alive. She possesses a human mind. I can assure you that she'll not lose control and...
Even if you can prove that Ruby doesn't pose a threat, there's been no change in her situation after she absorbed that artificial Crystamax. Lynn, Executor, and Shirley, please stay here. I'll decide the...
Larsen, I only wish for Ruby to be treated as a human, not a monster locked up in a cage and...
I have my own thoughts on this, but I can assure you that Ruby will be safe.
Yes.
Ruby is still in a coma. We did a full examination on her, but due to her unique physical conditions, we cannot assess her status using... Dr. Clive is assessing Ruby's situation, but he informed us that it might be difficult to do so with our current... Lynn, there must be some research data left behind in Rubilia's lab, right?
Yes. Even though I sealed off the lab, I did not destroy the research data. I planned on revealing the whole thing once
We're facing a problem, and the redacted data may hold the key to solving it. Only you know the location of the lab, Lynn. I will need you to take a team and...
Yes, sir.
I'll send someone to go with you. The safety of Meroria hangs in the balance, and we cannot...
Archon Larson has told me all about it. Miss Lin, it seems like you've kept quite a number of things from us.
Tianlong. Miss Lyra.
Lin, long time no see.
Miss Lyra will remain in Meroria to assist us with this investigation. Tianlong will go with you to the restricted experiment zone. Lin, do not disappoint us again.
Oh, you got Archon Larson so mad?
If you have time to chit-chat, why don't you contribute to planning our next move?
Huh. Looks like we're the ones tasked with the special op. Cap...
Why so serious? We're just investigating an abandoned...
Huh? Archon Larson recalled me for an emergency
Your mission is not just to assist with the investigation, but to keep an eye on me.
Miss Lin, that's not a nice thing to say. I'm only here to help.
Miss Lin, what do we have to know about that?
There are no security systems installed in the lab, but it holds a great number of gray space entity samples. The samples should either be in stasis or deceased. I have relayed the lab coordinates to you. Make sure you've received them. If there are no... is the entrance to the lab.
Well, this is a secluded place. I'm impressed that Rubilia could find it.
Before Rubilia repurposed it into her lab, it used to be an abandoned factory. I'll take you straight to the testing labs. Stay close, and don't wander off. The lab's primary power has been cut. We'll need to restore the lighting first. The power control console is right over there. This was used as a showroom for data on Phase 1 of Project Listener. Even though the information is already public, you can...
How many things did Rubilia hide in here?
The entire Project Listener Phase 1 research is here. We're only seeing a small part of it.
Oh.
Look out!
Better be careful.
It's not over yet.
That's all you got? That's all you got? Huh? Come on! That's all you got? That's all you got?
Lynn, you didn't say the gray space entities may still be active here.
Maybe a test subject got free. Stay on your toes, and prepare for any surprise attack. The lower labs are right up ahead. Follow.
This place gives me the chills.
The gray space entities in stasis were key subjects used for Rubilia's research. We may be able to find some clues that I missed previously. There are only some research samples here. The key research data is kept in Rubilia's quarters. Follow me. That small room ahead is Rubilia's living quarters.
Is Dr. Rubilia living there all...
No way. There's no way we can get...
She's no mad scientist. There were just things that she... Let's head inside. Maybe we'll find some useful in...
What would I tell Archon Larson if I were to go back empty-handed? What is this?
Features do not match. Verification failed.
Move out of the way.
Features do not match. Verification failed. Retrieving alternative data. Features match. Identity verified.
Lynn, Rubilia left this lockbox for you,
Rubilia has never mentioned anything about it to me.
It's really well hidden. Wonder what's in there.
I'm not sure what's inside. The internal workings of this lockbox are extremely intricate.
We better take the lockbox back to Miroria first, and see what Archon Lord—
Fine. You keep the lockbox safe, Tianlong. This may be the most valuable find in this investigation of ours.
Fine, fine. At least it's something to tell Archon Larson.
entity in that stasis chamber is gone!
Be on your guard.